Sayyid Sistani, Hafidhullah, does not allow electronical zakat. So there's this guy called Mukallaf, who is the responsible person who would pay off the zakat. So there are three acceptable ways of giving zakat. So the first way is that you have cash and you take it on the eve of Eid and give it to the poor. The other way is that you use your cash and you put it in an envelope to isolate it on the eve of Eid. And then when a poor person comes to you, then you will be able to give that money to that poor person. Even after Eid, it can be given to the poor. The third important point to mention is that when you don't have any cash and instead have money electronically in your bank account, when you then are transferring that money, it is not regarded as Zakat of FITRAH. It is instead regarded as power of attorney. Here are some examples of recipients of this power of attorney. One is the poor himself. The another one is the marja, or the representative of the marja. And then you have the agent of the poor. The poor himself must collect the money before the time of Salat al-Eid or Salat al-Dhuhr. When it comes to the marja, the agent of the marja and the agent of the poor, they have to collect the money in cash before the time of Salat al-Eid or the time of Salat al-Dhuhr. Then the marja, the representative of the marja or the agent of the poor, will make the intention of Zakat al-Fitrah on behalf of the payer. Then they can give it to the poor on the eve of Eid, or they can keep it saved, isolated in an envelope, and give it to a poor that will come to them after Eid. Now the question is, can a mukallaf send out his money after it has been isolated out from his city? The answer is he cannot, if he has a desired recipient in his own city, unless one of these four conditions are met. Number one, if the mukallaf will send the money to a marja or his representative, either inside his own city or in another city, that is acceptable. The next one is if he sends the money to the agent of the poor inside his own city. Number three is if he has part of his money, or he has his money with somebody in that city. And number four, if he asks somebody in that city to pay his Zakat al-Fitr in his name, and then he has the intention of paying that person back later. Those are the four